what are qualities of enduring, sustainable, long-term businesses that founders should maybe shoot for? And actually, maybe before you answer that, should founders look to build a long-term sustainable business, or should it be growth at all costs? And it might be different kinds of businesses we're talking about, right? Some of them, the tech VC-backed businesses, maybe it's growth at all costs. But maybe for the majority of businesses out there, the goal is not that growth, it's to build something enduring. So maybe how do you break those up? Is there different types of businesses and what they should target? And then what are the qualities of those enduring businesses that truly are outlier success stories or can become an outlier success story?
I think most businesses are enduring, right? I think if you look into the yellow pages, you look in your local town guide and you look at businesses that have been around for 20, 30, 50, 70 years, there's a lot of those enduring businesses. And it's like everything from like insurance to plumbing to real estate, mortgage lenders, like whatever, right? And so, in Silicon Valley, innovation and doing the next latest and greatest and trying to find a new market and a new thing for people to buy. I think that's where there's a lot of risk and uncertainty in that product market fit puzzle. And so from like the startup perspective, I think it's harder to know if you're building a sustainable, enduring business if you're doing something net new versus if you're building a business where there's customers, there's product market fit for this thing that you're selling because it's tried and true. Maybe there's competition, but what we've been led to believe in Silicon Valley is that it can only be one winner. And that's just not true in business. And, the customers have choice of who they call.
But even in Silicon Valley, there's so many companies that have, even AI race, right? You have OpenAI, you have Claude.
And they're fundraising on that story, right? On who's going to be the winner, right? And so it's just have a different mindset when you get into, the rest of America and other industries. But I think that's, it depends. And, what I like to look for, I'm mostly investing in software businesses. There's obviously a ton of rapid innovation, the fastest innovation I've seen in my life with AI, and the landscape will definitely shift. And so I'm kind of looking for niches where, even if AI does accelerate parts of the market, and it'll fundamentally change like the internet and just how I think it'll change society. But in the next 5, 10, 15 years, what are niche businesses that'll continue to have customers and continue to, be able to run sustainably, over some period of time.
Going back to the entrepreneurial piece of the question, what are the qualities of entrepreneurs, of the entrepreneurs who build these companies in a successful way, who can build a sustainable revenue company over decades? Is there an entrepreneurial quality, or is the entrepreneur itself actually, or him or herself, irrelevant to the long-term sustainable focus?
I think just building businesses is hard, right? And so, if you find a business where you built a good brand, you have a customer base, you have product market fit for what you're selling. That's kind of like a lot of businesses. And then the next kind of chunk is like, okay, how do you grow it? How do you invest in marketing? And it's just always a challenge. We talked before this call, like, every day you wake up and your team, gives you a new challenge and you just kind of go put out that fire. To be an entrepreneur, you just need to be tenacious. You need to have really thick skin. You have to be able to have the persistence to get through those challenges because it just never stops. And to say that, I think that entrepreneurship isn't for everybody, right? I think it's, some people are just better employees and they're better just kind of like, hey, here's your tasks for the day, go do those tasks and, clock out at 5 and that's the life you want to live. Like if you're going to run a business, that's your life and you're always on and, that's just who you are.